one of the great privileges and responsibilities of being a disciple of Jesus Christ is this ministry of intercessory prayer. It's a certain kind of prayer where we pray for others and we're concerned for the needs of others. So we're praying, for example, for a lost person's salvation, a new Christian's spiritual growth, someone who's under temptation to be protected and preserved. And of course, we can go bigger. We can pray for the church, we can pray for the nation, we can pray for needs over the other side of the world. So intercessory prayer is just powerful and has a tremendous reach. It really does. Are we zealous to engage in this ministry of intercessory prayer? Now, I want to ask you a question. Are you an organized intercessor? See, there is tremendous value in having a plan. Of course, it can be said that one of the great things about prayer is we can just pray while we're living, while we're driving, while we're walking, while we're at the beach. We can pray at any time, and it's wonderful to be offering up these what have been called arrow prayers, where we just quickly send a prayer up to God. And of course, that's got its place, but it's not enough. We really need to be organized in intercessory prayer. Now, I'll give you an example. In praying for a lost person's salvation, rather than just praying, Lord, please save them, or whatever comes to mind, we can have a plan. And one thing we offer at our church is these little prayer cards with 12 specific things, all from the scriptures, 12 specific things we can pray for a lost person. And I'll put all 12 of those in the comments below. Second thing is, what about praying for a Christian's spiritual well-being? Well, again, we can be organized in this by looking at the examples, particularly of Jesus and Paul. The kind of things that Jesus prayed for the disciples in John 17, and then things that Paul prayed in Ephesians and Colossians and elsewhere. That gives us some really good pointers so that we're praying in a more organized fashion for a Christian's spiritual growth. And then when it comes to praying for the church, there's tremendous value. I've learned this over the years, that there is tremendous value in actually writing up ourselves a list of areas where we feel that our church could definitely improve. And of course, every church can do better at unity. Every church can do better at making disciples, and we can just come up with a list of things and say, right, these are areas where I really sense, without being critical, I just sense our church really needs to grow in this area, and we pray for them. And I've got a list at home that I try and rotate through and just pray for our church, areas where we could keep improving and keep growing. And it's encouraging to be able to just mark off, yeah, God has either answered that prayer, or I'm seeing change in increments, and that's encouraging as well. So I just want to sound out this encouragement that yes, it's great to be an intercessor, and there is great value in being an organized intercessor. May God help us all in this tremendous ministry of intercessory prayer.